welcome back to a brand new episode. So, you see in the background, we are talking about the latest War of the Worlds. Now, bit of a disclaimer, I love War of the Worlds. One of the first, I wouldn't say scary movies, but really kind of like science fiction out there movies that I got into. I would say it was a little bit later on. I had already watched plenty of much gorier, scarier stuff before that. I just really loved the Tom Cruise, Dakota Fanning version. It's so good. Not the biggest Tom Cruise fan, but that's a good movie. This, not so much. And it's really unfortunate. I wanted to enjoy this one, and I do think there are aspects of it that I enjoy. But overall, I would not say that it was a necessarily great viewing experience. It's unfortunate, but we'll get into it, guys. War of the Worlds, directed by Rich Lee.
Also directed a few music videos, like predominantly known as a music video director. I think it shows in the directorial style and filmmaking of the movie, to be honest.
Distributed by Universal Pictures, a gargantuan invasion is coming with this fresh take on the legendary novel that is filled with present-day themes of technology, surveillance, and privacy. Get out of there! Now, I did kind of enjoy, that aspect of it a bit. The dad's weird. Sorry. But that doesn't make me feel, good, necessarily, about NSA workers. He felt very petty and jealous, and it was odd in the beginning, how he literally stalked his kids just because his job allows him to. Felt icky. I know that, it comes from a place of being overprotective, but I don't know. It still was, weird. Ice Cube plays Will Radford. Damn. Eva Longoria is Dr. Sandra Salas. Iman Benson is Faith Redford. Devin Bostick is Mark Goodman. H. Hunter Hall is Dave Radford. Now, I did like the family aspect of it as it developed more. Will's character, I think, becomes a much more well-rounded person by the end, if you can make it to the end. I thought I had sat through an hour of the movie. I was like, okay, so we're in the last 30 minutes, right? No. I was only 20 minutes in, you guys. The pacing of this movie is diabolically evil, not in a good, intentional way. It just drags. Oh my god. We had every little second given to us, essentially, but all through the, function of a screen, through the laptop, computer, whatever, or an iPhone, security cameras. It was always just, constantly moving and jumping from one screen to the next. And I understand that was the, whole idea for this. But, oh my god, I'm just not used to that. And consuming an entire movie of just that is hard. And a lot of it also felt a little repetitive. It also felt cheap, I'm not gonna lie. Felt okay, we don't got the budget for everything, so let's just have everyone film it all on their iPhones. All the budget went to Ice Cube and Eva Longoria, and that's about it seems. A little to digital effects. But yeah, we will talk about it. I did, like I said, I enjoyed the kind of privacy aspect. I do think it brought up interesting conversations, I guess, about security and what freedoms we're willing to give up to feel more secure, and how technology also can come into play with that. These aliens feed off of an AI bot that's been brewing off the coast of wherever for decades, since the 90s. Very almost Megan 2.0-esque. You guys remember? The AI narrative that we're getting right now is interesting, but also scarily really all similar. So I don't know. Hollywood, are you trying to tell us something? So, diving on in. Luckily, it's a short run through, guys. I'm not going to make you sit through a long reading of a bunch of iPhone clips. That's essentially what this movie is. Sometimes you get it through the normal perspective, Sometimes it's through multiple windows on like a computer screen, or it's through someone's phone. I don't necessarily hate the idea of it, but an entire movie in that format is hard to get through, and it's hard to just consume. I could not imagine seeing this on a big screen. Probably would have made me motion sick, I'm not gonna lie. Just all the reading and stuff that you had to do, and that's not me to sound like lazy. It's a very different viewing experience than watching a regular film, obviously. But I wish they had just like spliced in this stuff, you know? I think where it does it well, it's really strong. But where it wasn't needed, it feels unnecessary, and it feels just like story filler. I don't know. It just feels really unnecessary in some spots. I would have more preferred probably if they switched between actual film and these online experiences for things. I don't think everything needed to be through a screen. Department of Homeland Security officer Will Radford works for a government surveillance program that can monitor every person on Earth while helping FBI agents trying to find a mysterious hacker known as Disruptor. Meteors begin striking all over the planet. Large machines emerge from these and start attacking humans, which Will and a friend from NASA ascertain to be an alien invasion.
Rising out of these meteors.
Now, it very much stays true to the original plot structure. I think even like in accordance with there being a son and a daughter. We even saw maybe not the dad's overprotectiveness in the original. It was actually the opposite, how lenient the father figure was in that. At least towards the son, not really the daughter. And he is very protective of his kids, but he seems to have more of a hawk eye on his daughter and making sure she's all right. And while like it's good intentioned, it's still very creepy in my opinion. I just sat there for the first 10 minutes like, ooh, bad dad alert. I think we also should note, I don't know what it is about this movie, but because like everyone really is good actors. Ice Cube, though, it's just not his format. It's not his format. I like him as an actor. It's just, it's him sitting in front of the screen yelling, damn, most of the time. Doesn't allow necessarily for much range. I don't know. This movie's weird. President authorizes a military response, which other governments soon follow. Despite initial success, Will notices the machines concentrate around data centers worldwide. The larger machines then disperse smaller insectoid creatures to harvest the data inside these buildings. Now, I do think this is also kind of like pushing an interesting narrative of like our data is so precious that these alien adversaries would want to come and get it. What does that sound like? Feels a little intentional. This allows the aliens to strengthen their machines and continue to defeat human forces. Will also discovers that Disruptor is his son.
It's you! It's you! How could you?
I mean, it's kind of a fun little goop gag twist, and then when Will eventually, like, shifts and is working with the Disruptor team, I mean, Disruptor is obviously giving, like, Anonymous vibes. I mean, it's very obvious, the way that it's just a silhouette of a cloaked figure, the voice, you know, modulator, it being a bunch of different people, not just one. Very synonymous with Anonymous, which is, I don't know if y'all know, it's a very famous worldwide hacker group. They get shit done sometimes. Dave sends him a link to classified information about a surveillance operation known as Goliath. Reading these files, Will discovers that alien ships had previously arrived on Earth, and that the government knew they fed on data. Despite warnings that activating Goliath could alert the aliens, Director of Homeland Security, Donald Briggs, chooses to activate it anyway. Briggs then locks Will out of the DHS system. I don't know if I would say but it was a shift in the narrative. We really saw a change in Will's character around this point. A company or a government agency that he gave his life towards is now turning its back on him because he dared to question. And this pushes him towards a bad side in the eyes of the agency, however, working for the actual betterment of the people. With the help of Dave and his team of hackers, Will re-enters the system and they plant a virus to disable the aliens' machines. Though it works at first, the aliens shake off the virus and continue fighting. They are also able to locate and kill most of the hackers, except Dave. That is a tense scene, I will say that. I also like the biomechanical organism facet of the creatures. Very similar to the original, again, but it works in kind of a more modern way. That's why I'm saying, guys, this movie has strong aspects of it. It's just not in the actual movie that we watch. You know what I mean? The concepts and whatnot, I would love to see done in a actually well done film. Could do the same actors even. Same exact story, everything. Just do it in an actual movie format. Like, I do think this could have been a really good movie. The format absolutely slaughters its chances. The military plans to bomb the DHS headquarters, under which Goliath is kept, to ensure the aliens can't access the system. With the help of Dave and his biologist daughter, Faith, Will breaks into the bunker in time and shuts down Goliath. With Goliath down, the military calls off the bombing. Sometime later, the aliens are defeated, and Will and Dave are celebrated as heroes. Briggs' crimes are exposed and he is arrested, and Faith is credited with using her DNA studies to ensure the aliens' defeat. Will is offered to lead a new surveillance program that won't interfere with people's privacy, but he declines, saying, "Now I'm watching you." So he became the hacker. Ooh. Listen, do I think it's a good movie? No. Do I think it's a good story? It has the potential, but I just, what a missed chance. It really is. And it just comes down to the format. I would like to think, I want to be optimistic that Ice Cube's acting would be a lot better if it was like actually happening, you know? Like, you can tell he's in a room by himself this entire time filming this movie. It feels like a movie that was made during lockdown. Like, unnecessary. It's just, I would not have minded if it was split or like spliced into the story where it was necessary, but I don't think it was always necessary, and it just kills it for me. But anyways, I don't even think it's not a long movie. It's not. It's like a little under an hour and a half, I believe. Short. Holy Christ. It felt like I was watching it for 3.5 hours. Not a fan, unfortunately. I was looking forward to it. I got real excited, like, ooh, a new War of the Worlds? This is going to be fun. No. So, I mean, if you want some funny freaking clips of Ice-T yelling damn and oh shit at his laptop, this movie definitely has that. But it's nowhere close to the Tom Cruise one. Come on. Anyways, you guys, that's my thoughts on that. Yeah, unfortunately, I just didn't enjoy it. Don't know too many people that did, unfortunately. But let me know your thoughts. If you ended up liking it, that's totally fine. Totally fine. It just, like I said, it was the format. Thank you guys so much. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Like and subscribe. All that. October, I know it's a little ways away, but it is coming up. I want to do some fun stuff for y'all. I really do. It's going to be a fun October time. So, yeah. Thank you so much once again. I will catch you guys in the next one. Take care.